Hello, everyone. My name is Louis Scicli, and I want to welcome you to the show. Our show will cover local news, local events, and politics. Please look for news shows every week on our website and Facebook page. We want to thank everyone for your ongoing support, and we hope you enjoy the show. Welcome, everyone. I have Ann Parker in with us today, and we're going to have a great show today because we're going to switch it up a little bit. Today, we're going to talk about what, Ann?
Well, I was going to say, this is our first podcast where we're going to talk about what I call conspiracy theories or spoiler alerts.
Yes.
And I've been sharing a lot with you of things that I have found doing my deep dives and intel for when the mainstream media was telling us incorrect information almost 2 years ago regarding everything. So a lot of things have happened, as we all know, with the lockdowns. There's so many different topics that we can cover. So today we're going to choose Where is Hollywood?
Yeah, we spoke about this a little earlier before the podcast, and Ann was telling me some things that just blew me away, and I was like, we got to put this on the podcast.
Yeah, so actually, let's do our little thing we were talking about is we'd like to make sure that everybody likes, subscribes, hits the little bell notification on YouTube to help us rise up in the rankings for searching. And please share it once you've seen it. If you liked it, please share it on your social media and encourage others to give us a like and a share.
And comments. If you have some comments on any of our shows, the comment feature is working now. So put some comments down there and let us know what you want to hear on the podcast.
Absolutely.
And
please.
Add some things on that. And if we can put them on the podcast, we will. So we want your feedback. That's the only way we can grow the podcast is to get your feedback. Put on the things that you want to hear, and then grow it from there. So please do comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
we can do news and politics one week, and we can do conspiracy or spoiler alert the next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy to do research on any topic that you guys would like to hear about.
Absolutely. So let's, you want to
jump into Where's Hollywood?
Let's do
All
this.
Right, cool. So as I was researching things regarding the lockdown, a lot of things came to light. Whether or not you believe in the devil and God or good versus evil or positive energies and negative energies, we all can tell that negative energies and what I call bad vibes have really taken over from the beginning of the pandemic, especially when they locked us down. I mean, how could anybody have been happy about that? No. So even in classes that I've taken for business, to grow your business, they say anything you focus on grows. So if you focus on the negative, it's going to grow. If you focus on the positive, it will grow.
I believe that. Mm-hmm.
So, manifesting, praying, all of the different ways to, bring positivity in. We really need to be focusing on that. That's very important right now. So we are going to drop some negative things today. So I want to make sure everyone stays positive. A lot of good things are happening. Back when I was little, my dad would say every once in a while when a star would come on and they would rise to such a celebrity status that everyone wanted to be like them, wanted to dress like them. That was kind of, in the 60s, 70s, that's kind of when celebrities rose to the top of influencing. Yeah. I don't think it was as prevalent before that. Maybe like with Marilyn, and people like that, Jane Mansfield, folks like that, Astaire, those guys back in the 20s and 40s. But obviously with the television, it became a thing. People wanted to be like celebrities. They wanted to listen to their advice. That's why they sell medicine and life insurance and everything else on TV, right? We want to do what they tell us to do because somehow they know everything. My dad would say they sold their soul to the devil. I mean, I heard it. I can't tell you how many times I heard it growing up. And it was like, oh yeah, whatever, Dad, But I am learning that may be the case. Whether or not it was Satan himself or just the system itself. To be famous, there are strings attached. As we all know, contracts, even if it's contract negotiation, okay? But just think about this. It wasn't just COVID that shut down the music and the movie industry. Think of your favorite celebrities. Where have they been? I was mentioning it to you the other day. I saw a commercial for a new, hospital type whether it's a drama or sitcom, new show coming on. And I was thinking, where's George Clooney? You know, he used to be everywhere. You don't see him anywhere.
It's funny.
Where's The Rock?
There's a lot of them.
Where's The Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock was on TV every day. Where's The Rock? Very few new movies, unless they're on a streaming service paid for by the streaming network like Amazon Prime or Netflix. Very few movies coming out and coming to our theaters. And it's not COVID, folks. One of the things that I've read is, this is politicians, anyone in power, mutual blackmail makes you complicit. I mean, you know, if I blackmailed you and you blackmailed me, we could puppeteer each other every day, all day long. And unfortunately, that is what's happened. And I don't want to get too deep or too depressing, but please look up. I have in the description below a few keywords for you to research if you want to find out a little bit more about it. But the thing that caught Lewis's attention, you know, when I shared in the description is the list of celebrity homes that are for sale. This does not necessarily mean all of these guys are bad guys or that they all sold their soul or signed a contract to say, I'll do whatever MGM tells me to do. But very interesting that all of these homes are on the market. These are all of their California homes, which obviously if you're still working in Hollywood, you need a California home. This list is extensive. I'm actually going to give it to Louis and let him pick a few names.
I got contacts.
Oh my God. So you got to have reading glasses when you have your contacts in. Yeah, I gotcha. So the very first one is also one that I want to point out, Ellen DeGeneres. I have read so many negative articles on the things that Ellen is involved in. And she is backed by Disney, which I've also, please search Disney and the 33 degree Masons. DUMBs. The DUMBs is what we're going to talk about today too. Deep underground military bases are under Disney, under Hollywood, under multiple buildings, tunnels. There's actually, in the link in the description, I have links to some maps under the Getty Museum in California, the Playboy Mansion, Standard Hotel, all of these things. Please research and you'll get lists of celebrities and politicians who have frequented these places. Bill and Melinda Gates' home, all of these things are attached. This is all coming out because of the Epstein and Maxwell trial. These things are all coming to light. Johnny Depp, the only ones I'll mention are the ones I've actually seen bad juju on. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Gene Simmons, which was disappointing to me. It's a huge list. Chelsea Handler, I think we all knew from the moment she was on TV, there's something not right with that chick. Drugs, satanic rituals, whatever you want to call it, she is a wackadoodle. Pharrell, Rosie O'Donnell, where have these people been? Anybody seen them recently?
That's true.
Something else you want to research is Gitmo. Okay, what do they do at Gitmo?
And them not being in the spot.
Adam Lambert.
Yeah. Them not being in the spotlight, meaning you think they're just, I mean, I don't know. Are they not working or they're just gone or in jail or arrested? Yeah.
Yes. So
all these people.
John Bon Jovi, Hillary Clinton's little, personal musician. If you remember him playing on her plane while she was running against Trump. There are some names on here that I have only seen good things about in my research.
These people have not been heard from or seen.
Yeah, where have they been? Michelle Pfeiffer, where's she? Where's Rihanna?
I thought John Bon
Jovi
just had a concert.
Yeah. You want to talk about that too? I have a link to the mainstream media version of Cyborgs. So take a peek at that and then tell me if it was really him. Plus CGI green screens, absolutely crazy, you guys, the false flag things that are going on. Some of the people, again, on here, on this list of homes for sale, which I'm sure they got off Zillow, to be honest with you. Folks like Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is definitely a good guy. If you want to seriously learn about the corruption in Hollywood, you need to listen to Mel Gibson interviews from the beginning of his career and watch his movies. Conspiracy Theory is a fan favorite. One of his first movies, he was kind of depicted as a paranoid, PTSD intelligence officer who is driving a taxi cab. Julia Roberts gets in the taxi cab. It's a very tangled weave, a great movie. But he drops a lot of what we call red pills. For folks who don't know what the red pill reference is, of course, there's multiple references, right? And with the recent elections, a lot of people think it's Republican or Democrat. It isn't. It's a reference from The Matrix. Another movie you need to watch. Keanu Reeves says it's not a fiction, it's a documentary. That what we're experiencing right now is not reality, that we have been given this reality through our laws, through our media, our music, and our entertainment. And they're keeping us where they want us so that they continue to be elite and, have all the money. Let's say that. We're slaving so they can have all the money. But the red pill is to wake up from that sleep. The blue pill is just to stay where we are. If you're happy with the way things are today, you just take the blue pill and just stay where you are. But if you want to know the truths, no matter how hard they may be to believe, you take the red pill. So the red pill reference, that's what that red pill reference is for folks who are just learning about the rabbit hole, so to speak. You wanted me to say about the CCP.
Well, first off, on the celebrity thing with all these celebrities.
Yeah.
Why are they all in jail and why are
Yes.
You want to bring
sold
any of
their
that up?
soul to the devil or made these contracts or were blackmailed.
Okay.
So
all these celebrities.
When they're blackmailed, they're blackmailed with a crime.
Okay.
Against other people.
All right.
In most cases. There are some other things I didn't put in the description that people might want to look into, like spirit cooking. I'll just drop cannibalism in there because it's the most passive thing I can say regarding what actually has been happening in Hollywood for years and years and years. Mel Gibson actually talked about it. He talked about the child abuse, another gentle way to say it. No one listened to him, and Hollywood deemed him as crazy and kind of kicked him out. So he started making his own movies. Passion.
I do know real fast on Mel when he snapped one time on something. He got like little out there. And is that what caused him to not get movie deals after that? They just stopped
because he wouldn't sell his soul. He wouldn't sign the contract, and he wouldn't allow himself to be blackmailed.
Okay. Kind
of like Trump.
Okay.
They've tried for years before he even ran to sink him because they knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. And he was too clean. Apparently I've seen, anyway, that's a whole other day. I could do that a whole other day. But the money for Hollywood, the majority of it was coming from the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Well, now that those relationships are strained, shall we say, Trump put an end to it. Folks, again, everything that I'm following, I cannot confirm. I can't go to China and meet with the leader of the CCP to confirm that this is accurate, right? But please do your research and whatever sits well with you. I use the word discernment a lot, and I'm a vibe person. You get a gut feeling. It either feels right or it doesn't. And sometimes it doesn't feel right because it's just hard to believe. Yeah. And then a few days later, your mind will be like, wait a minute. I'm seeing a lot of evidence that this is probably true. So that money has dried up. Of course, some of the other bad money and the bad streams of money for trafficking, drugs, all of those other things that the deep underground military bases are used for, because obviously I can't just drive my dump truck of cocaine down, Rodeo Drive, right, and sell it to everyone or have, look at all the people who've died of ODs in Hollywood. Many of them, it's rumored that they faked their deaths because they couldn't handle this pressure of having to be compromised in order to continue in the business. Some of them did unfortunately pass away. This is over decades now, right? These deep underground military bases and tunnels, they're built with something called Alice. So many things you guys can look up. I mean, you can literally lose days. So try and budget your time if you're jumping in the hole with me.
Now, these resources that are saying these things, How can you find? How can they go on and look? Is there certain
I have
websites
pictures that actually have some of the links that I shared in the description below will help them get started.
Okay.
And then, as I tell everyone, and this is Telegram, guys. I don't know of any other social media site that allows as much information as Telegram without censorship. So once you go to that, and it's a general site or even a Louis Scicli Show site, but then they're sharing a reference from another site that you've never heard of, like Truth Bombs, or, the people have to come up with names. Obviously, it's not going to be Ann Parker because, then the bad guys who want to shut down Ann Parker can find where she lives, right? So, but there are things like photographs of this Alice machine that digs the underground tunnels. And behind it are all of the symbols for all of the branches of our military. And the guys are in uniform. So unless it's well staged, which it should be or could be, that's the other thing people don't realize is we do have underground military bases. We also have submarines. I want to pull in the Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. They are kind of the gatekeepers of all of the blackmail that's based on any sexual activity or underage children, okay? And all of this is coming out in court. And guess what they have on Epstein Island? Not only was the temple itself of Masonic, was partially Masonic, but mostly satanic. The colors, the makeup, the whole thing. They have deep underground tunnels and an submarine port. And guess who has a submarine pilot's license but Ghislaine Maxwell? Yeah. And guess who else has is rumored to have an underground submarine base to his island, but the president of the United States, Joe Biden.
I can't see him piloting the sub.
He's definitely not piloting it. No, for sure. The person who is representing the essence of Joe Biden, because I believe that he was Gitmo'd years ago, and that this is a body double who is acting for the deep state. So much there's so much going on. I mean, everything is tied together. You guys, everything is tied together. Has anyone ever felt like you were living in a mafia regime? You are. The mafia is making us work and pay taxes and stay busy. And guess what? They're keeping us at bay with our entertainment and our sports. I mean, a lot of the professional athletes the same way. They were all very outspoken regarding certain issues. And even though they're still playing, they're not outspoken any longer. So a lot of folks have been silenced or been told, we'll let you continue with dignity if you comply, capitulate, admit for the wrongdoings that you've done. And, once your service to the positive service to the world is over, then you will have to do your time, basically. So look at the politicians that are missing. Look at all the people who have stepped down. That's something else to research, guys. Research CEOs that have resigned across the world in the last 18 months. Look at all the politicians who've resigned or who have said they will not run again. I'm talking all across the world, prime ministers of countries and local Congress and senators who have said they will not run again. But Hollywood was kind of our focus today. They used Hollywood to influence us, and they also hid in plain sight, you guys. There are so many movies out there that we have seen. Look at all of the pandemic type movies that we have seen in our lifetimes, right? How many of them? Crazy amounts.
One thing I want to say, the James Bond movie, the newest one that just came out, I watched it, and I'm not going to spoil it for everybody, but you need to watch that movie because it literally goes hand in hand with what's going on with our epidemic, supposedly. And you need to really watch that movie because this movie had to have been started because it takes a long time to make a movie.
A couple of years.
And it had to have started before the pandemic virus thing happened. So you need to watch it. It's really interesting.
And I've heard from the good guys that I follow. So I'll throw a couple names out there. I didn't put these in the description, but Michael Jaco, that's spelled Jaco, is a prior SEAL, 20 plus years, and CIA. He's deep. I'll tell you, deep. You've got to be ready to follow Michael. He has past life regressions. He has off-world experiences. I mean, it goes really, really out there, so to speak. But he has a lot of evidence and a lot of folks on his show to back him up. And he's, highly in the truth community. He's rising right up there. Scott McKay of Patriot Street Fighter, who's actually spending most of his time on the road right now doing in-person rallies all across the country. Will occasionally drop in another podcast, but he does share other podcasts. Kirsten W, Kirstenw, official on Telegram. She had to switch her account because somebody hacked the one that she was using that was just Kirsten W. This chick is real, and she actually was in the Playboy Mansion. She was an actress in Hollywood. She knows all these. I'm going to just say it perv. They call it Pervywood or Pedowood. Okay, you need to research these words, and you will find some horrific things on some of the people that we've looked up to for years. It's very difficult, but it's time. We've got to protect our children. I don't give a crap who you are. You are not going to harm a child and get away with it. For selfish reasons, everyone that is elite, I'm not going to say everyone, 99% of everyone who's considered an elite status or a celebrity or a politician at the highest levels, I'm talking, White House levels, are compromised, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And I've never been in the situation, but I'd like to think that I would go ahead and just take my blows and let the public know that I screwed up or that I was entrapped or whatever the situation was, and take it instead of be someone else's puppet and do the most horrific things just to stay in office or stay in the celebrity status that I was given as a result of these things. So anyway, just think about it. Think about, why aren't there new albums out? Just think about normally in a week's time how many new albums we would hear about on the radio that are coming out. Think about all the new movies we'd hear about, all the new shows that we'd hear about. It's so few. I would say 10% of what we would have heard pre-COVID. So where is everyone? Mm-hmm. There's really no explanation. There's no explanation.
Someone was telling me about Netflix, and Netflix is basically producing all these movies. Mm-hmm. And they're actually paying the actors and actresses really, really well, is why a lot of them are sticking with Netflix, is what I was told. Now, who knows what the bottom line real reason is.
Very few stars on Netflix.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you might have one star and a bunch of new actors and actresses. Just really think about it. We're used to seeing movies that are filled with stars. Yeah. Like the whole entire
big budget
cast.
Films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not happening. When I said The Rock, the Jungle movie or whatever it was they did. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell from the trailers. It's all CGI, 100%. I mean, it had to be. Most of it was CGI green screen anyway, but it was CGI'd. And I've seen some crazy. Alan didn't believe me. He's, my husband is like, yeah, that's too crazy. I can't believe that. Well, I showed him CGI video of a whale, of somebody literally standing on a dock and watching a whale come up out of the water and go in and splash. And it was all fake, and it's in full reality. It isn't just watching on a screen from home. Someone standing on the dock believing that this whale just jumped and splashed in front of them, and it's CGI'd in a hologram version. You don't even have to have a clear screen or a screen to project these on anymore. It's so precise now. That same image then in front of someone walking through the snow. So the whale, and they've actually changed it to match the pattern of how it would happen if a whale came out of the earth through the snow, jumped across the path and splashed into the snow and went back below ground. The snow, the sound, the whole thing. And in reality, it looked like it actually happened.
They can do anything with
technology is insane.
Yeah.
So again, where's Hollywood? I'd love for anybody to, chime in. Please make comments now. It just really has brought to the forefront of where are they. Again, CCP money's dried up. A lot of the other companies that were funding Hollywood are also tied to things like the Gates Foundation, the Clinton Foundation, some of these other foundations that are in deep doo-doo finally, because They say nonprofit, but they're really money laundering businesses, and they're trafficking organizations. It's really bad. Really bad.
If you had to pick one well-known person, celebrity, or, anybody, one well-known person that you would ask people to try to find, who would it be? And then maybe they'll find that person or not, or comment or something. Who would it be?
Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Okay. Horrible people.
And they haven't been seen in any award shows or any
CGI.
You think they're like body doubling them, or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100% convinced. I can't show it. I can't talk about it. It's just so horrible.
No.
But Chrissy Teigen is infamous for her inappropriate tweets. She has, since the Maxwell trial has started and her name is mentioned often, she has deleted a lot of them. I just reread a bunch of them. They're just so inappropriate, I can't even share. Okay, she is a horrible person. I mentioned to you yesterday on the phone when I said, which subject do you want me to talk about? And you said, how about that Hollywood thing you were telling me about? The Chex Mix commercial. I love me some Chex Mix, but when John Legend and Chrissy Teigen started, I don't even buy Chex cereal anymore. I just can't. I can't support someone who's that evil. I'll just say it straight up, evil and sick. And so they had the commercials out because everybody wants to make the Chex Mix for Christmas. With the white, the sugar powdered sugar. I said it backwards. They aren't live anymore. They show one clip of them where they don't even speak, where they're just making it in bowls on a counter, and it's like a 2 or 3 year old video. And then they show an old box that has a picture of them on the box. There's no new commentary, no new video. And do you think really that Nabisco or whoever makes the Chex Mix is trying to sell this product, who's paid them in a contract to do this for however many years, wouldn't make them do a new recording for this year? Especially with everything that's going on, right? So we need fresh, fun, happy things. Everything on TV is rerun. I mean, pretty much.
So those are the two celebrities.
Yes.
We want people to find out where they're at.
Yeah, find them for me.
Snap pictures, put it in the comment section.
I want to see them in reality.
Okay.
Also, folks, Celine Dion, bad lady.
I haven't seen her in a while either. Yeah.
She looks like she's the crypt keeper from the old movies. Seriously, guys. These folks, part of their ritual is a drug-based ritual that is connected to human beings. It's not actually a manufactured drug, and it is like a youth serum. This has also come to mainstream media. It's on magazine covers that the blood of the young will help your skin look younger. It's actually
which magazine cover?
I can't remember. It just came to me that I should have gone into that.
We need people to find which.
All I have to do is look for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's doctors who've been talking about it. Well, how would you get the blood of the young? Are they just going to voluntarily?
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So it gets so much worse, guys. But again, they're gone. They are being dealt with. And hopefully that will be revealed a little more publicly. The Maxwell trial is pulling out a lot of names. I was just reading before I came upstairs, who was on the Lolita Express, which is the jet that flew folks to Epstein Island. There's a lot of misinformation out there about it, but I've read some of the court docs that list certain names that surprise. Well, one, Bill Clinton is on it 26 times.
I believe it.
Right? I mean, who wouldn't believe that?
I would have thought more than 126 times.
He's on the log at the White House 17 times. In reverse. Epstein came to the White House when Bill Clinton was the president 17 times for overnight visits.
Oh, Lord.
I also put in the description, research Pizzagate. There's some other words that I can have you research, but it's heavy. So start light because it's some heavy stuff.
See,
but Chris Tucker.
I can't wait till all this comes out. Really all comes out of what's going on with that pedophile dude, because
yes,
if there's people, we know there's people out there like that are sick, perverted, nasty ass men and women. Women are involved in that too, I think, right?
Actually, a lot of people are saying that Ghislaine was the head and Jeffrey was her puppet.
Any of the sick perverted people out there. I hope it all comes to light and every one of them goes to jail.
I hope so too.
For a long,
Bill Gates,
long time.
many times.
No kidding. He was on there too?
After Epstein was found guilty of pedophilia, 5 years after that, he's on the flight log of the Lolita Express going to Epstein Island.
He's going to collect evidence up.
Yeah, no,
take all
he's
those pictures
bad.
out of there or something.
Well, like I said at the beginning, his homes are attached to all of these other horrible places by underground tunnels.
That's an island, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He had a tunnel to an island?
Yeah, remember? We've got submarines, babe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, these people. I mean, think about it, these people have unlimited wealth. And they have been siphoning money out of the government into these nonprofits. And then all they have to do is show a freaking report of where the money went. Where'd the money really go?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these things, Clinton Foundation, the Lincoln Project, you know, the Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, check out their financials. It's devastating. If you see that it just goes right back, you know, or they rebuild something, it's just really horrible stuff. But, gosh, there's so much I could tell folks. But where's Hollywood? That's pretty much the bottom line here. Yeah, find me Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah.
I really challenge anyone and to prove that it's not a body double. We all have them, like we talked about before. It doesn't have to be a clone. It doesn't have to be a cyborg, anything like that. You don't have to go that far out there. But there are people, even in our midst, that look like us, that look similar enough that if you don't see someone every day, you know, just like, you know, your best friend who lives in another state or far away and you haven't seen them in 6 months, you're not going to notice if they lost or gained 20 pounds since you've known them for 50 years because you haven't seen them every day. And people change. Our appearance changes as we age, and hair and, you know, of course, makeup and everything else. But Katy Perry.
She's missing too?
No, she's not missing.
Okay.
But it's definitely not her. Lady Gaga, horrible person.
Okay.
Remember the meat dress? And I'll drop it there. I'm just going to leave it there.
I didn't see that, but I don't watch
years ago, she wore a meat dress.
People are weird. Some of these people just do it just to get publicity, though.
It's a ritual.
Ritual. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Masonic, evil ritual. Look up how many people. Yeah. 33 degree. I keep telling you.
Okay.
Yeah. But please find me some stars in Hollywood and let us know what else you'd like us to talk about. I mean, I can talk about deep underground military bases. That's a whole entire episode.
We're going to start putting these together. I think they're going to be fun, interesting.
Yeah, you guys
if we start getting some comments back and people are liking it and saying, hey, talk about this or bring up this or what do you think about this?
Learn more about CCP or the Alliance or Fourth Reich, New World Order. I mean, God, there's so much out there, you guys.
Put it in the comment sections, though.
Please.
We won't know unless y'all are asking. So if you're watching this, please pass this along to other people. Share it and comment and like us. Subscribe to our channel because we're going to keep doing these and we'll have different subjects. On the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
And again, like I said, it cannot come for these are things that, except for the Maxwell documents, the court documents, you can actually see these names listed.
Okay.
So those are things that you can confirm. The other things, like I was mentioning, you know, obviously President Xi is head of the Republic of China. CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is a separate organization, like a mafia, had mafia control over the republic. Those are things, unless I went to China and I had a diplomatic immunity and, security clearance, probably can't get the documentation to confirm those things. So do your research and see what feels right to you guys. I've heard the streets of Hollywood are empty, but I've never been there, so I can't confirm that either.
I know one thing. So you mentioned about Bill Clinton being on that list.
Pictures. There's multiple pictures.
Why hasn't anybody subpoenaed him in the court to say, why did you go there so many times? What did you go there for?
Yes.
And start getting with these people individually to find out and talk to them separately and say, what were you there doing? What's the point of going there? Because,
that would be next. So the trial right now is against Ghislaine. It's not against Bill Clinton.
No, but I'm saying in the future, all these people that did go there.
Exactly.
They're involved because they went to the island.
And they're all on video, and that's how they all became compromised.
Okay.
There's video on the plane, video in all of the buildings, all the rooms.
These are some sick, nasty, perverted guys. They need to bring that out and say.
But again, remember, compromised. Yeah. So a lot of them, I'm not going to say a lot of them, But some of them may have gone for an innocent purpose, thought it was a party guy, hey, let's go hang out. He's got pretty girls around, whatever.
No, they knew. Because,
you think they all knew?
Yeah, because,
See,
if he has a reputation of being that person.
Yeah.
Even if I heard a little bit about that and said, oh, yeah, he's into underage girls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got on that damn plane. I would be like, heck
actually,
no, I'm not going.
I'm glad you said that because the pilot, one of his testimonies was, he said, what is Bill Clinton doing here? And Epstein said, he owes me some favors.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, see, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, too, is the trials. That's where we're going to get the documentation. They did wrap up way earlier than expected. So I don't know. I feel good about that. Normally the prosecution, right? I mean, you're a previous police officer that, you wouldn't wrap up your arguments and stop calling witnesses unless you felt like you had already got a freaking grand slam, right?
Yeah, enough.
So that's where they were in the process is they were having victim statements.
So what is their outcome going to be on this? What are they looking to do? What do their prosecutors want out of this?
She has multiple charges for child trafficking, grooming, anywhere from grooming to soliciting underage children for, trafficking, to, taking people out of the country. I mean, her list of charges are immense.
Again, go back and get all these people that are on the plane too, going over there. Frequently.
Yep, Lolita Express, Epstein Island.
Is that what they named the plane?
Do not Google these things because Google censors everything. Use DuckDuckGo as your search engine. Please try and get away from Chrome and Google for your. I get all the words mixed up because I am not an IT person. But instead of using Google, or apologize, Explorer or Chrome. Yeah. That's the browser. Use Brave. Brave. It is an orange icon of a lion. And you'll be shocked just using Brave alone at the top of the screen, showing you how many information sucking websites it blocks for you.
Oh, yeah.
It puts up a shield. And actually, the shield is so strong, I can't even go to Lowe's.com without taking the shield down because it's trying. It's really trying to. Yep.
I believe that.
Yep.
All right. So everyone, we're going to wrap it up. Yes. Hope you enjoyed it. And next week, we're going to come up with another one to talk about another subject. Yep. But again,
please give us your suggestions.
Yes, like us, comment in the comment section, please.
Yeah. We got UFO stuff going on.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about all that.
I think it's interesting. Of crazy stuff.
I mean, it's interesting. And
fun,
again,
educational.
Everyone do your own research. These are our opinions. We're not blaming anybody and
sharing other information. I didn't just make this up.
We're sharing information that we've seen. So
exactly,
do your own research on this.
Please.
Last thing I want to say, the Lynchburg treasure hunt group. There's a hunt going on right now. So everybody, I am going to post a map again today. I put it up there for everybody to get the map and print it. I didn't want to confuse anybody by putting it up there and leaving it on there because I get comments from people saying, hey, is that a new hint, the new clue on there, the map? And that map has been on it for 2 weeks.
Same map, okay.
Same map.
Second clue, right?
Second clue. I just posted the second clue. Mm-hmm. Yes. So today I'm going to put the map back up, and I might throw another clue out today on the Facebook group page.
Okay.
Lynchburg Treasure Hunt Group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everyone have fun. And by the way, that map, I'll throw out a little hint now. The map that I'm going to put up there today, somewhere on that map is a location of where this certificate is hidden. And what you're looking for is a little silver waterproof bag. And inside the bag, when you open it up, that's what it'll give you the information on what to do if you find it. And we're giving away a 5-ounce silver bar. So, all right, everyone, you got anything else, Ann?
No, just please reach out. Let us know if you liked it. If you didn't like it, please let us know.
Either way, if you liked it, didn't like it, but make sure you do comment and give us some feedback. We really need the feedback. And put whatever you want on there, and we'll look at it. If something we can talk about next time, we will. So, everyone, thanks for listening in, and we will see y'all guys next week.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks.